Last warning. Archangel Michael says, 5 minutes left. If you ignore this, your guardian angel will abandon you. Don't make this fatal mistake. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear is not a coincidence. If this message has found you right now, it means Archangel Michael is trying to reach you. He is calling out, one last time, before the clock runs out. There are only 5 minutes left, not in earthly time, but in divine time. When the Archangel speaks, those who listen are protected. Those who ignore face the silence of their own abandoned spirit. You see, Archangel Michael is the warrior of heaven, the protector, the defender, the one who cuts away darkness with his flaming sword of truth. But when he sends a warning, it is never casual. It means a spiritual storm is forming. Somewhere in your life, a negative force has taken root. Jealousy, deceit, fear, betrayal, something that has been silently draining your light. And tonight, Michael says your guardian angel is growing weary. Your guardian has been fighting for you, shielding you, whispering signs that you've been too distracted to notice. Don't skip this message. Stay with me till the end, because in the next few moments, I will reveal how to stop your guardian angel from walking away. If you listen, you will realign with your divine protection. But if you ignore it, you risk losing that heavenly defense that has kept you safe through countless unseen dangers. Archangel Michael's message is simple, yet terrifying. The connection between heaven and your soul is weakening. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you give into negative energy, the light that surrounds you flickers. You might have noticed signs, recurring numbers, sudden chills, vivid dreams, or that strange feeling that someone is watching over you. Those were not coincidences. They were warnings. Now, he says there are only 5 divine minutes left to choose. Will you return to your path of light, or let your protection fade into silence? Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine a radiant golden light descending from above, wrapping around you. This is Michael's light, powerful, cleansing, protective. If you feel warmth in your chest or tingling in your hands, it means your angel is still here, waiting for your response. Archangel Michael is offering you one last chance. Speak these words aloud. Right now, Archangel Michael, I choose the light. I will not ignore your call. Type Amen 2549 to seal this moment and claim your blessing. Stay until the end of this series, because in the final part, I will reveal the 5-minute ritual that can restore your guardian angel's full protection, even if you've lost all faith. It's something that has changed thousands of lives forever. But for now, remember this. Your angels are watching. Time is ticking. The next message will uncover the real reason Michael gave this final warning, and what hidden danger he's trying to save you from. Type blessing 1707 to receive divine protection until the next part. You are still here, and that means something extraordinary. It means you are one of the few chosen to hear what Archangel Michael revealed about the coming spiritual shift. If you felt chills or pressure on your chest while listening to part 1, that was no accident. It was a direct response from your guardian angel, confirming that your energy is awakening. But now, you must understand why Archangel Michael issued his last warning and why he said there are only 5 minutes left. He wasn't speaking about earthly time. These 5 minutes represent a divine countdown, a transition period between light and shadow, between protection and abandonment. Archangel Michael has seen that too many souls are drifting, letting fear and doubt silence their spiritual instincts. You might not realize it, But every time you've hesitated to follow your intuition, every time you've silenced that inner voice whispering, "Don't go there," or "Wait," you have been stepping closer to the edge of spiritual disconnection. The angels are patient, but even divine patience has its limits. Archangel Michael's message came as a thunderous decree across the spiritual realm. The time for ignoring the call is over. Somewhere within your soul's timeline, a crucial crossroad is forming. It's the moment when your guardian angel can either renew your shield of protection or begin to fade from your energy field entirely. You've already felt it, that uneasy sense that something is off, that someone or something is draining your light. Perhaps you've been more tired than usual, more restless, sensing eyes watching when no one is there. That's the first sign that your angel's shield is weakening. But here's the secret Archangel Michael wants you to know. Your guardian angel does not leave you out of punishment. They leave because they can no longer stay where faith no longer breathes. Angels vibrate on frequencies of trust, gratitude, and love. When fear or hopelessness dominate your aura, that vibration grows heavy, thick, and impossible for higher beings to inhabit. That's why Michael says, "Only 5 minutes left." It's not about time, it's about vibration. You must raise your vibration before it's too late. And to do that, you need to reconnect through awareness, prayer, and spoken declaration. The Archangel does not want you to be a passive listener. He wants you to act. Speak light into your space. Call out his name. Say, "Archangel Michael, my heart is open to your protection. Let my guardian angel return." The very moment you speak it, the air around you changes. You might feel a rush of warmth or a faint ringing in your ears. That's the echo of divine energy responding to your voice. Before we go deeper, I need you to pause and do something powerful, something that helps spread this divine message to others who need it. If you feel this message resonating with your spirit, don't just keep it to yourself. Like this message, share it with someone who might be lost, and comment, "I receive the light of Michael." When you do this, you're not just engaging, you're helping activate a ripple of spiritual awakening across countless souls who might otherwise miss their warning. Every share becomes a spark, every comment a prayer in motion. Now listen carefully. Archangel Michael has shown visions of people who ignored the signs, those who let their guardian angels drift away. Their lives fell into confusion, constant setbacks, and unseen forces manipulating their energy. When divine protection leaves, negative entities find openings. That's when people experience strange bad luck, emotional collapse, or sudden loss. But you are not destined for that fate. That's why you're hearing this. You still have time. 5 divine minutes of mercy. Michael says the first step to realignment is confession. Not to a person, but to the divine realm. You must speak your truth. Admit that you felt lost, that you've ignored the signs, that fear has ruled you. Speak it aloud. Every word breaks the chains that hold your angel back. When your soul becomes transparent, light can flow again. And when light flows, angels return. After you confess, light a candle, preferably white or blue. As it burns, visualize a radiant shield forming around you, spinning slowly like a sphere of divine energy. This shield is Archangel Michael's gift to you, but only if you acknowledge it with belief. Say, "I welcome your protection. I open my path to the light." Stay silent for a moment, feel the stillness, and know that something ancient and powerful is aligning with your soul once more. If you can feel it, the heat, the lightness, the calm, then your guardian angel has heard your call. The 5 minutes are not over yet. You still have time to seal this connection forever. And if you're listening right now, It means heaven is waiting for your next move. Do not skip this message. The next part will reveal the shocking truth about what forces are trying to separate you from your angel, the invisible energies that thrive when humans ignore divine warnings. These are not myths. They are real, and Michael has battled them since the dawn of creation. You deserve to know what's been standing against you. But before you go, type Amen 2549 in the comments to anchor this moment with faith. Every person who types it sends a wave of angelic power across this realm. And if your heart feels the pull of light, type blessing 1707 to invite Archangel Michael's presence into your home tonight. Stay with me. The truth that's coming next could save your spiritual life. Part 3 will reveal the identity of the shadow that tries to silence your guardian angel and how to destroy it before it's too late. If you are still here, it means the message has begun to stir something inside you, the deep, almost forgotten awareness that you are being watched over. But what if I told you that the same force protecting you has been under attack since the day you were born? What if the reason Archangel Michael warned you was not because you were weak, but because something ancient and hidden has been watching for a moment of silence, waiting for your guardian angel to falter? In every human life, there exists a moment when light and darkness collide, not in a distant realm, but right inside your spirit. This collision determines whether your guardian angel remains by your side or whether the shadow claims authority over your path. Archangel Michael calls this entity the Silent One. It's not a demon in the way myths describe. It's subtler, quieter, infinitely patient. It feeds on despair, on the doubt you whisper to yourself when you think no one is listening. It grows when you question your worth, when you say I can't, when you stop believing in divine timing. That whisper you sometimes hear when you're alone, that voice that tells you to give up, that says you're alone, that's the echo of the Silent One. Michael has battled this force across the veil for eons. It doesn't destroy people directly. It disconnects them from their guardians, one thought at a time. Imagine this. Your guardian angel stands beside you, radiant and strong, whispering guidance. But when fear creeps in, when anger becomes your focus, a fog begins to form between you. The more you dwell on pain, the thicker that fog becomes. Eventually, the angel's light fades from your perception, not because it left, but because you stopped seeing. That is the victory of the shadow, not destruction, but disconnection. If you have ever felt that your prayers go unanswered, that the universe is silent, that you are unseen, it's not because heaven has forgotten you. It's because the Silent One has learned how to intercept your call. Michael's message was a final alarm. 5 minutes left means your angel's voice is still reaching you, but barely. You can fight this. You must fight this. The first weapon against the shadow is awareness. It hates to be seen. The moment you acknowledge it, it begins to weaken. Right now, say aloud, I see you, and you no longer have power here. This is the first declaration of light. Do not whisper it timidly, say it with authority. Because the energy of truth pierces the fog. You might feel the air grow heavier or colder. That's how you'll know the shadow is listening. But stay strong, for Archangel Michael is standing behind you when you speak those words. The second weapon is purity of intention. The Silent One can mimic the voices of your fears, even of your desires, but it cannot mimic selfless light. When you act from love, genuine love without expectation, the shadow cannot follow. It's like shining a torch in a dark corner. Every act of love burns away its grass. This is why Archangel Michael says the time is short, not because heaven abandons you, but because every day spent ignoring the signs allows the darkness to grow bolder. If you've been feeling constant fatigue, unexpected sadness, or recurring negative patterns, like the same problems looping over and over, understand this. The shadow feeds on repetition. It thrives on you reliving your pain instead of releasing it. The only way to starve it is through gratitude. Speak gratitude every morning, even when it feels impossible. Thank your guardian angel for staying. Thank Archangel Michael for watching. Every word of thanks is a beam of light that the silent one cannot endure. You are not helpless. The moment you choose light, heaven rallies. Imagine Michael's sword descending through the darkness, cutting away cords of fear that have tangled your energy. You might sense warmth spreading through your shoulders or spine. That's your guardian angel returning, pushing back the fog. Stay till the end of this message, because what I'm about to reveal next will not only protect you but permanently weaken the hold of any shadow force around you. There is a phrase, a sacred combination of vibration and intent, that Archangel Michael himself has whispered into the ears of prophets, mystics, and warriors. When spoken in faith, it creates a wall of fire no darkness can cross. I will share that sacred phrase in part 4, but you must be ready. Right now, claim your readiness by writing Amen 2549 in the comments below. Doing this is more than symbolic. It's an act of alignment. It marks your soul as one that chooses light over despair. And if your heart feels guided, type blessing 1707 to seal this moment in protection until the next revelation. Remember, Archangel Michael's warning was not to frighten you but to waken you. The silent one cannot steal your soul, but it can make you forget the power you already hold. You were never meant to crawl through life in darkness. You were born with a guardian who knows your every fear and still stands beside you, sword drawn, wings spread. The countdown continues. Each choice you make now strengthens or weakens the connection. Stay until the next part, because what comes next is not a story, it's a divine key. Archangel Michael has promised that those who learn this sacred phrase and speak it with faith will never again be touched by the shadow. Don't close this message yet. Take a deep breath. Feel the presence around you, warm, steady, protective. That's your guardian angel letting you know they're still here. You've not been abandoned, you've been called back. The 5 minutes are not yet over, but the clock is ticking. Jade. The next part contains the divine phrase that can change everything. You have stayed, and that means the light within you is awakening. Many have already turned away, distracted by fear, disbelief, or the noise of the world, but you remain. And because you did, Archangel Michael has given permission for you to hear what only a few ever learn. The sacred phrase that can repel any shadow, restore your guardian angel's strength, and reignite the divine flame that has been dimmed by doubt. But before you speak it, you must understand what it truly does, and why it is so powerful that the silent one trembles when it's spoken. Michael calls it the flame of return. It is not a spell. It is not magic. It is a divine command that reconnects the broken link between the human heart and heaven's protective light. This phrase is older than language itself. It was whispered to humankind when the first angels descended to guide them. But over centuries, the sound of it faded from memory, replaced by empty rituals and forgotten prayers. Only those who are chosen, or who choose to listen, ever hear it again. Before we reveal it, you must prepare yourself. Find a quiet space. Let your breath slow. If you have a candle, light it now. If not, close your eyes and imagine one flickering before you, its flame golden and calm. That flame represents your connection to Archangel Michael. As it burns brighter in your mind, Imagine every fear melting away. Imagine the silent one recoiling, its grip slipping from your shoulders. You may feel a pressure lift, as if something heavy is releasing you. That is the beginning of your liberation. Now listen carefully. The sacred phrase must be spoken in full belief, not rushed or whispered, but spoken with confidence and conviction. It goes like this: by the light of Michael's flame, no shadow shall hold my name. When you say these words aloud, a frequency activates in your energy field. It tells the spiritual realm that you stand under divine authority. The phrase seals your aura in the flame of Archangel Michael, creating a wall of light between you and every force that seeks to harm you. Say it now. Say it slowly. And when you do, feel the shift in the air. You may feel tingling in your palms, warmth at the back of your neck, or tears rising unexpectedly. That's your soul recognizing truth. Do not underestimate what you've just done. You have spoken a language older than fear itself. Heaven heard it. The angels acknowledged it. And the silent one, it retreats. It can no longer claim the ground you have reclaimed. Archangel Michael's sword has struck, and the veil of fog begins to clear. If this message has reached you, if you have felt even a spark of light reawaken, then please, don't keep it to yourself. The world is full of people who are still under the fog, unaware that their protection is fading. You could be the reason someone else finds their light again. Like this message, share it, and comment "I stand in Michael's flame." Each time someone does, the energy of this divine flame expands across the spiritual realm, touching souls who would otherwise never hear the call. It's not just engagement, it's participation in a divine chain of awakening. And now, Michael's message continues. He says that those who have spoken the phrase will soon experience a test. Over the next few days, you may notice things shifting in your life, certain people distancing themselves, unexpected memories resurfacing, sudden clarity about situations you couldn't understand before. Do not be afraid. This is the purification process. When divine light fills your energy, anything or anyone vibrating in darkness cannot remain close. It's a sign that you're being elevated, not punished. Some may even experience physical sensations, pressure behind the eyes, tingling in the crown, dreams of wings or fire. These are confirmations that the angels are working through you. They are rewriting your energy, cleansing every frequency the shadow once corrupted. Michael calls this the reclaiming. It's the stage where your guardian angel steps forward again, no longer weary, but radiant and ready. But be warned, this new light must be protected. The shadow will not vanish forever. It will wait for moments of weakness, trying to return through doubt or distraction. When that happens, repeat the phrase again. You can say it as often as needed, especially before sleeping, traveling, or making important decisions. Each time you speak it, you reaffirm your alliance with the light. Remember, Archangel Michael's warnings are not threats, they are mercies. His final call is an invitation to choose awareness, to reclaim your power. The 5 divine minutes are almost gone, but that does not mean you are out of time. It means heaven is watching closely, ready to intervene if you take the final steps toward full alignment. In the next part, we will uncover the truth about the ancient covenant between guardian angels and human souls, a pact that was made before your birth. It explains why your angel chose you, and what your purpose truly is in this lifetime. This knowledge will not just comfort you, it will unlock abilities you didn't realize you carried. Archangel Michael says the awakening begins once the truth of the covenant is understood. But before you move forward, take this moment to anchor what you've just received. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say again, by the light of Michael's flame, no shadow shall hold my name. Now type Amen 2549 to affirm your new protection, and blessing 1707 to send that light to everyone who reads these words after you. You've come far, but the greatest revelation is still ahead. Do not skip what's coming next, because in Part 5, Archangel Michael will reveal why your guardian angel was assigned to you personally, and how your unique energy signature can call divine miracles into the physical world. Stay until the end, because once you understand this covenant, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. You have spoken the sacred phrase, and you are still here, which means the flame has recognized you. Few make it this far, because the shadow fights hardest when truth begins to surface. But you did not give in. You listened, you believe it, and now Archangel Michael opens the veil to reveal what has been hidden since the dawn of your existence. This is the mystery of the covenant of light, the divine agreement between heaven and your soul. Before your birth, before your first breath, there was a gathering. Archangel Michael stood among the radiant hosts, holding a scroll sealed in blue fire. Upon that scroll were the names of every soul chosen to carry a specific light into the material world. Some lights would heal, others would guide, others would defend. But each soul chosen would face the risk of forgetting who they are, forgetting the promise they made. You were among those chosen. You agreed to walk into this world wrapped in human form, to learn love through struggle, to find faith through darkness. At that sacred moment, your guardian angel stepped forward and placed a hand upon your soul. They vowed to walk beside you through every lifetime, through every loss and victory. That vow was written in the light of Michael's flame, the vow that no darkness can destroy, only silence. That is why your angel has never left you. Even when you felt abandoned, they were standing near, silent, waiting for your heart to remember the promise. Archangel Michael now reminds you, you are not a coincidence. You were not placed where you are by chance. Your soul carries a code, a spiritual signature that vibrates differently from anyone else's. That frequency is what called your guardian angel to you. They were chosen not at random, but because their essence matches your own. Their energy complements yours, just as dawn complements the night. Together, you and your guardian form a complete circuit of divine energy. When that circuit is open, miracles manifest without resistance. When it's blocked, chaos enters. Do not skip this. What you are hearing now could change your life forever. Most people wander through existence unaware of this bond, unaware that every thought and emotion either strengthens or weakens the connection. Your guardian angel does not demand worship. They respond to alignment. When your heart beats with gratitude, faith, and courage, your vibration resonates with theirs, creating a field of protection so strong that even the silent one cannot breach it. You might ask, why did I forget this covenant? The truth is both simple and divine. Before you entered this life, you chose to forget, because remembrance through struggle creates strength. Light discovered after darkness shines 10 times brighter. The forgetfulness is not punishment, it's purpose. Without it, you would never understand the magnitude of rediscovery. Every pain you've endured, every doubt you've faced, every night you've cried out for a sign, all of it has been a call leading you back to this very moment. Now that you know the covenant exists, you must renew it. This renewal is not a ritual you perform once, but a living promise you keep daily. It begins with awareness. When you wake each morning, before touching your phone or stepping from your bed, place your hand over your heart and say, Guardian of my light, I remember our covenant. Walk with me today. You may not hear words in response, but you will feel something shift, a quiet strength, a sense of calm, perhaps even a sudden warmth on your skin. That's your angel answering. Archangel Michael says that when a soul renews the covenant, 3 things begin to happen. First, synchronicities multiply. Numbers like 1111 or 777 will appear more often, signals that your energy is aligning with higher frequencies. Second, unseen obstacles begin to dissolve. Doors that were closed suddenly open, because divine timing is restored. And third, protection increases. Accidents are averted, harmful people drift away, and you begin to feel the invisible hand of guidance shaping your path again. Think back through your life. How many times have you narrowly avoided danger without explanation? How often have you met someone at exactly the right moment? Those were not coincidences. They were glimpses of your guardian fulfilling the covenant even when you had forgotten it. But now, you remember. And remembering is power. Take this seriously, because the next part of Michael's message will go even deeper. It will reveal the hidden ability every soul gains once the covenant is renewed. This is the power to influence the physical world through divine alignment, not magic, but manifestation at the level of creation. But for now, let your heart rest in the certainty that you are not alone, that you never were. As you absorb these words, close your eyes and imagine a great field of light stretching endlessly around you. In that light stands your guardian, radiant, calm, and smiling. Hear their voice in your spirit, not in your ears, but in your heart. I never left you. That is the truth that Archangel Michael wants you to remember. Before you move on, reaffirm your covenant right now. Type Amen 2549 if you feel the pull of light, and Blessing 1707 if you are ready to walk once more in divine protection. These are not empty gestures. They are anchors, declarations to the unseen world that you are aligned once again with your angelic purpose. And if this message has reignited your faith, do not let it fade. Keep it alive by sharing it. There is someone, somewhere, standing on the edge of despair who needs this truth, someone whose guardian angel is growing silent. You could be the one to wake them. Share this message, comment your affirmation, and spread the light of Michael's covenant across this realm. The countdown continues, but your light burns stronger now. In Part 6, Archangel Michael will unveil the secret of the divine mirror, the process by which your guardian angel reflects your energy back to shape your destiny. Once you learn how to use it, you will understand how to draw protection, abundance, and love straight from the celestial realm. Stay with me. The greatest revelation is still coming, and those who endure until the end will receive what Michael calls the seal of unbreakable light. Do not miss what comes next. It is the key to transforming your entire life. You've come this far, and that alone is a divine sign. Those who weren't meant to receive this truth have already turned away. But you, yes, you, have stayed through every message, every warning, every revelation. That means your heart is awakening, and Archangel Michael has authorized you to learn one of heaven's deepest mysteries, the divine mirror. The divine mirror is not an object. It is a law, a spiritual mechanism through which your guardian angel reflects your inner energy back into the physical world. Whatever you hold in your heart, love or fear, trust or doubt, faith or despair, your angel amplifies and sends outward. That reflection then returns to you as experience, circumstance, and emotion. It's not punishment. It's resonance. Heaven doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you what you believe. Imagine standing before a radiant mirror made of pure light. This mirror doesn't show your physical form. It reveals your energy, your thoughts, and the condition of your soul. Every word you speak, every thought you repeat, ripples through that reflection. When you say, "I am safe," your guardian mirrors safety back into your life. When you whisper, "I am afraid," your angel reflects that vibration, summoning events that match your fear. This is why Archangel Michael warned that the connection between heaven and your soul was weakening, because the mirror had grown clouded with self-doubt. The shadow, the silent one, feeds on that doubt. It whispers lies that distort your reflection. "You're not worthy," it says. "You will fail again." And when you believe those words, even for a moment, your energy shifts. Your guardian angel can only work with what you project, so they reflect the chaos you've accepted. That's why the same patterns repeat, the same struggles return. It isn't fate, it's reflection. But now, you have the power to change it. Archangel Michael teaches that the divine mirror clears only when you choose truth over fear. Truth vibrates higher than darkness, and once spoken, it instantly begins cleansing your reflection. That's why affirmations and spoken intentions hold such power. When you declare something in alignment with heaven, "I am light, I am protected, I am love," your guardian angel magnifies those truths, weaving them into the fabric of your destiny. Right now, I want you to do something powerful. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, "My reflection is divine." Feel that phrase resonate inside you. It may sound simple, but you've just spoken a command to the spiritual mirror that surrounds you. You have begun to write what your angel will project into your reality. Archangel Michael says this process works in 3 sacred stages. First comes recognition, seeing yourself as heaven sees you. That means acknowledging your divine origin, that you were born from light, not from flaw. Second comes correction, consciously choosing words and thoughts that match your higher truth. And finally comes reflection, when the physical world begins to shift around you to mirror your renewed light. The reason most people feel stuck is because they skip the first stage. They try to manifest new realities without recognizing their divine worth. But without recognition, there is no reflection, only distortion. Michael says, you cannot see heaven through a fog mirror. That is why you must first forgive yourself. Forgiveness wipes the mirror clean. Think back on all the things you regret, the mistakes, the words spoken in anger, the moments of weakness. Hold them in your heart for just a second, then imagine Michael's blue flame passing through each memory. See them dissolve into light. You don't need to carry them anymore. Your guardian angel has already forgiven you. Now you must do the same. As you release them, the mirror begins to shine again. From this moment forward, watch what you say and think. Words are sacred energy. When you say, "I am unlucky," the mirror listens. When you say, "I am guided," the mirror listens too. Which one do you want reflected back into your life? Speak only that which you wish to see. Archangel Michael is clear. Every declaration you make is a seed, and the divine mirror is the soil. Plant light, and light will grow. You are now ready for the next part of your awakening. But before that, Michael asks that you anchor your reflection in faith. Right now, type Amen 2549 if you believe your mirror is being cleansed, and blessing 1707 if you are ready to see your life reflect divine protection and grace. These aren't just words, they are energy markers that signal to heaven that you have chosen your side. And now listen carefully. Over the next few days, you will begin to notice subtle shifts. Conversations will go differently. Opportunities will reappear. People who drained your energy will fade away. That is not coincidence. That is your guardian angel reflecting your renewed light. Every thought you correct will be mirrored back tenfold in blessings. Don't skip this message, because what comes next builds upon what you've just learned. In Part 7, we will reveal the voice in the flame, the direct method through which Archangel Michael speaks into the human heart. Once you understand how to recognize this voice, you will never again question whether your prayers are heard. You will know. You will feel it. But before you leave this message, take a moment to seal your alignment. Whisper again, "My reflection is divine." Then close your eyes and imagine Archangel Michael standing behind you, his sword raised high, light radiating in all directions. That light bounces off the divine mirror and pours back into you, wrapping around your heart like armor. You are safe. You are loved. You are powerful beyond measure. And remember, what you see in your life is not random. It is your guardian angel's reflection of your inner truth. Clean the mirror, and heaven will show its face again. Stay until the end. The next part will unlock the sound of divine communication itself, a revelation so profound that it can restore faith even in the most silent heart. Do not miss what is coming. The countdown is still moving, but your light is growing brighter with every word. You are still here, and that means you are listening not just with your ears but with your spirit. The divine mirror has begun to clear. Your guardian's reflection is brightening. And now, Archangel Michael grants you permission to hear what few ever do, the direct language of heaven, the voice in the flame. Most people imagine angelic messages as thunderous sounds, trumpets in the sky, or glowing apparitions. But Michael teaches that the true voice of the divine does not shout. It burns quietly within. It is the whisper in the warmth behind your ribs, the pulse of calm that interrupts panic, the idea that appears from nowhere and changes everything. You have heard it before. You called it intuition. You called it coincidence. But in truth, it was your angel speaking through the flame of your soul. Archangel Michael says that every human heart contains a spark of celestial fire. That flame is a receiver, a transmitter, and a translator between realms. When you pray or even think a sincere thought, that spark vibrates. It sends energy upward, where angels perceive it instantly, not as words but as frequency. Your responses descend the same way, translated by the inner flame into feelings, sensations, or sudden knowing. The problem is that the world's noise, fear, worry, anger, drowns that translation. You hear only static. The divine voice never stops. We just stop recognizing its tone. So how do you clear the interference? Michael gives 3 simple, sacred practices: silence, surrender, and stillness. Silence is not merely the absence of sound. It's the refusal to argue with your own spirit. When you hush your inner chatter, the self-criticism, the doubt, the flame steadies, and the message begins to form. You may feel it as a single word pulsing inside you. Wait. Oh. These words arrive without logic but carry absolute clarity. That is the voice. Surrender means letting go of the demand to control how or when answers come. The angels respond at divine speed, not human impatience. When you release the need to see immediate results, you free your heart to perceive subtle guidance. Sometimes that guidance will move through other people, a stranger's kindness, a phrase overheard at the exact right time. Every coincidence is a syllable of heaven. Stillness is the final key. You must train your body to match your soul's calm. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine Michael's blue fire burning within your chest. With every breath, the flame grows brighter, clearer, steadier. As you breathe out, Imagine releasing smoke, worry, resentment, noise. Soon you will sense a rhythm that is not your heartbeat but something older, faster. That rhythm is the pulse of the angelic realm. When you are still enough, you begin to hear words formed by light itself. Do not doubt the messages that come. The shadow will try to mimic the voice, whispering fear or guilt. You will know it by its temperature. The true voice of Michael is warm, never cold, peaceful, never panicked. It does not offend, be assured. It may correct you, but always with love. The shadow's voice presses and demands. The flame's voice invites and uplifts. You may ask, why does Michael choose to speak through fire? Because fire transforms everything it touches. The heart that hears him is never the same. Once the flame's language begins to move within you, your words carry new weight. When you speak encouragement, others feel divine comfort. When you pray, situations shift faster. You become a vessel of translation between realms, a living bridge between heaven and earth. Now the test will come. Within the next 48 hours, you will experience a moment of choice, a conversation, a decision, a feeling of uncertainty. You will sense a warmth rise suddenly, as though someone placed a hand over your heart. That warmth is the voice in the flame. Do not ignore it. Follow its guidance instantly, without hesitation. When you do, you confirm to the angels that you recognize their signal, and your communication line strengthens forever. Take a moment now. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, "Speak, Michael, for I am listening." Feel the answering pulse. That is not imagination. It is reception. It means your heart's flame is alive and tuned. Before moving forward, affirm your faith in this connection. Type Amen 2549 to acknowledge that you are ready to hear clearly, and Blessing 1707 to seal your channel and protection. These words serve as spiritual coordinates, signals to heaven that you are open to divine communication and guarded from dissection. Michael also warns, once you open this channel, your energy will become magnetic. People will feel drawn to you, confide in you, even weep in your presence without knowing why. It's because your voice will begin to carry the resonance of the flame. Use it wisely. Speak gently. Every word will carry light or darkness. Choose light every time. In this new alignment, prayer will no longer feel like pleading. It will feel like partnership. When you speak to your guardian angel, do not beg, declare. Say, "We act as one." That statement honors the covenant you renewed earlier and keeps the divine mirror polished. Your angel does not stand above you but beside you, reflecting your faith back into reality. Do not skip this part, for in the next revelation, Part 8, you will learn how to command through the flame, not to manipulate fate, but to align circumstances swiftly with heaven's design. Archangel Michael calls it the sword of word, and he says those who wield it with pure intention can turn storms into silence and fear into triumph. For now, keep practicing silence, surrender, and stillness. Speak to your heart as if it were a friend. The flame listens. Every heartbeat is an answered prayer waiting to be recognized. And remember, the voice is never far, never faint. It is the constant whisper inside the warmth that tells you you're not alone. You were chosen to hear it, and now you do. Stay until the end. The countdown continues, but with every word, the light grows stronger. Soon you will not just hear the voice, you will speak with it. You are standing now at the edge of power. You have cleansed your reflection, heard the voice in the flame, and renewed your covenant. Everything you have experienced so far has been leading to this, the sword of word. Archangel Michael calls it the greatest weapon of light given to humankind. It is not forged from steel, but from breath and belief. It does not cut the flesh, it cuts through darkness, illusion, and limitation. Every word you speak carries the potential of a sword's edge, but until now, you have not known how to wield it. Tonight, that changes. Michael teaches that words are not mere sounds, they are living frequencies. Each syllable vibrates into the unseen realms, commanding movement among energies and entities. When spoken in faith, a word becomes an act of creation. When spoken in fear, it becomes a tool of destruction. The universe responds to both equally. That is why he warns, every idle word sharpens the shadow's blade. You must learn to speak consciously, to swing your sword with intention. Imagine your guardian angel standing beside you now, wings outstretched, holding a sword of radiant blue fire. That sword is a mirror of your voice. Every declaration you make ignites the same flame in the heavens. When you speak love, the blade glows brighter. When you speak hatred, it dims. This is why Archangel Michael has called this revelation the sword of word, because your voice and his sword are one in the spiritual realm. You are never powerless, even when you feel silenced. The words you speak decide the direction of your destiny. You may wonder, how do I command through this flame without pride or arrogance? Michael answers simply, by aligning your will with divine will. You do not demand from heaven. You declare heaven's truth. A difference is sacred. When fear says, I am trapped, the sword of word must answer, I am free. When pain says, I am broken, your voice must proclaim, I am whole. Every time you replace darkness with truth, Michael's flame strikes, cutting cords of limitation that have held you bound. There are 3 laws of command you must remember: focus, purity, and surrender. Focus means your words must be single-minded. When you declare light, do not mix it with doubt. Speak it once and believe it fully. Heaven responds to certainty, not repetition. Purity means your intention must come from love, not ego. You do not use the sword of word to control others or to satisfy greed. You speak to bring harmony, healing, and protection. The flame will not ignite for selfish motives. Surrender means that after you have spoken, you release the outcome. You trust that what you declared in faith will manifest in perfect timing. The sword does not argue, it simply obeys. Now, it's time to awaken your own blade. Take a deep breath. Place your right hand before your mouth and imagine holding an invisible sword made of light. Feel warmth building in your palm. Say these words slowly and clearly. By the flame of truth, my words are light, and my voice commands what heaven writes. As you speak, visualize a brilliant beam of blue fire bursting from your hand, extending outward like a sword. You may feel heat, pressure, or a rush of energy around your throat that is the activation of your spiritual voice. It means your energy and Michael's are aligned. This connection is rare and sacred. Never use it carelessly. Now I want you to test your command. Think of a situation that has weighed on you, something that feels stuck, dark, or hopeless. See it clearly in your mind. Then, with steady faith, lift your invisible sword and say aloud, in Michael's flame, I release all darkness from this matter. Only light remains. Pause. Breathe. You might feel the air grow still, as though the entire universe just listened. Because it did. This is how creation begins, through a single, conscious word. Do not underestimate what you've done. Over the coming days, you may see shifts, conversations softening, obstacles dissolving, clarity replacing confusion. The sword of word has gone forth, and it never returns empty. Michael says, no word spoken in truth ever dies. It lives as light in motion. That light now travels ahead of you, shaping a path free of fear. Before we go further, ground this energy in gratitude. Whisper softly, thank you, Archangel Michael, for lending me your flame. Gratitude closes the circuit between heaven and earth, ensuring that your commands remain pure and protected. Now, a warning. The shadow fears this power, for it cannot withstand words of truth. It will try to tempt you to misuse it, to speak in anger, to curse, to mock. The moment you do, your sword will turn heavy, its edge dulled by ego. If that happens, return to stillness and purification. Speak the cleansing phrase, by the light of Michael's flame, no shadow shall hold my name. The sword will rekindle instantly. If this message has resonated with you, if you can feel the fire rising within your spirit, affirm it now. Top Amen 2549 to anchor your command in the realm of light, and blessing 1707 to extend protection to all who walk the same path. These declarations are not superstition. They are signatures of spiritual authority, your seal upon the word you have spoken. Do not skip the next message. The countdown grows shorter, and what comes next is the moment of manifestation, the descent of light. In Part 9, Archangel Michael will reveal how heaven responds to your spoken commands, how angels move unseen to rearrange circumstances in your favor, and how to witness miracles forming before your eyes. Until then, remember, your words are not small. Every syllable sends ripples across eternity. Speak life, not decay. Speak light, not shadow. Speak as one who knows that heaven listens. Take one more breath. Lift your invisible sword again, and say, I am light. I am protected. I command only what is true. Feel that pulse in your chest. That is Michael answering. The sword of word has awakened in you. Use it wisely, for every word you speak now carries the power of angels. Stay with me till the end. The next revelation will show you the moment where heaven's flame descends to meet your own. The 5 divine minutes are almost complete, and what happens next will determine everything. You have drawn the sword of word, spoken truth through flame, and the heavens have heard you. Now comes the moment that all of creation waits for, the descent of light. This is when heaven moves. When the words you have declared through Archangel Michael's flame begin to take form, not as distant promises, but as real, tangible miracles unfolding before your very eyes. Many people pray without ever realizing that prayer is not a request but an alignment. Heaven cannot descend where chaos reigns. It lands only upon frequencies of belief. Every command you've spoken in faith has already begun to rise like incense, and now the response, the descent, begins. Michael says, when a soul speaks with my flame, heaven bends its ear. That bending is happening now. You may already feel it, an invisible shift in the air, a sudden lightness, or a sense of clarity that wasn't there before. Those are not coincidences. Those are confirmations. The descent of light is the moment when your guardian angel, strengthened by your faith, opens the divine gate that connects your higher will with divine order. It is not seen with eyes, but felt through alignment. In this sacred moment, every vibration of your body begins to match the frequency of heaven. That's why Michael insists that before the descent, silence and surrender are vital. The flame must have room to land. Imagine this now, above you, a vast expanse of light, not blinding but alive, moving, breathing. It has texture like silk made of starlight. From its center descends a beam, and within it stands your guardian angel, radiant beyond description. Their wings shimmer in hues you have no words for, their eyes carrying both peace and power. And there, beside them, stands Archangel Michael, his sword lifted high, the blue fire reflecting in endless waves. Together, they bring down the light that you have summoned through word and faith. As the beam touches you, everything slows. You might sense your heart pulsing differently, your thoughts growing still, the atmosphere thickening with energy. In that stillness, your commands begin to manifest. Some will take shape instantly, peace where there was turmoil, sudden inspiration, unexpected opportunity. Others will unfold gradually, timed perfectly to the rhythm of divine intelligence. Light is not hurried. It is deliberate, precise, unstoppable. Michael says that the descent is not just about receiving, it's about becoming. You are not meant to watch miracles, you are meant to become one. The light that descends upon you is the same light that once forged the stars. It is the creative essence of God, now pulsing through your human form. When you speak, act, or even think in alignment with that essence, everything around you begins to transform. Circumstances rearrange, people awaken, paths open. The physical world bends to reflect divine order through you. But with this power comes responsibility. Michael warns, the light does not serve the ego. It serves purpose. If you use your command for selfish ends, the light will dim. But if you speak to heal, to uplift, to protect, then the light strengthens and multiplies. It will follow you like a living flame, guarding your steps and illuminating your path. In this stage of your awakening, your guardian angel becomes more active. You may notice synchronicities intensifying, hearing your name in unexpected places, seeing repeated numbers, feeling sudden warmth when you pray. Those are signs that the descent is complete, that the veil between you and the divine realm has thinned. Your angel is no longer distant. They are beside you, their energy fused with yours. You have become a vessel of heavenly fire. Now, Archangel Michael asks that you seal this connection. To do so, close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath. Visualize the beam of light descending once more, flowing from the heavens straight into your crown, filling your heart, your hands, your words. As it fills you, say aloud, the light descends. The flame within me rises. Heaven and I are one. The moment you speak that, heaven hears. Your guardian's wings unfold in full radiance, and the sword of Michael flashes across the unseen, cutting away any last thread of darkness that still clings to your path. This is the full circle, the renewal of covenant, the return of the mirror's clarity, the fulfillment of the divine countdown. You are no longer waiting for protection. You are protection. Take a moment to feel the stillness. Notice how the space around you seems thicker, as if charged with presence. That's because it is. You are sitting within the light that has descended. You are breathing the same energy that shapes galaxies. Nothing that was sent to harm you can remain here. Every curse, every chain, every fear dissolves in this flame. If your spirit feels lighter right now, if you can feel the weight lifting off your chest, affirm it below. Type Amen 2549 to acknowledge that the descent of light has begun within you, and blessing 1707 to extend this light to everyone who still walks in shadow. These words serve as beacons, signals to heaven that you are part of the great awakening Michael foretold. Do not skip the final part. What comes next will bind everything together. In part 10, Archangel Michael himself delivers the last decree, the seal of unbreakable light. This final revelation will not just complete your protection, it will grant you the authority to stand as a keeper of the flame for others. Michael says that those who reach the 10th revelation become bearers of his shield, emissaries of divine courage upon earth. Stay until the end, for the blessing that awaits is not for the faint-hearted. The countdown that began in the warning will end in the next message, when heaven itself will seal your soul in light that cannot be broken. Until then, breathe, stay calm, and know this truth. The light you have called down is not leaving. It has chosen you, and it will remain. The next words you read will be the final key, the moment when your transformation becomes eternal. The time has come. The 5 divine minutes that began as a warning now end as a coronation. You who have listened, believed, and endured are standing in the moment for which all the other revelations were given. Archangel Michael's sword no longer hovers above you. It rests before you, point down, glowing like a sun reborn. This is the sealing. This is the seal of unbreakable light. Michael speaks now not in thunder but in radiance. You have remembered what you are. You were never lost, only waiting to awaken. The light has descended, and heaven will not depart. His words pass through you like wind through flame, fusing every lesson into one truth. Your faith is a fortress that cannot be breached. The seal of unbreakable light is not a symbol you wear. It is a transformation that anchors within your soul. From this day forward, your energy will carry a signature recognized by all realms of light. The shadow may approach, but it cannot enter. Fear may whisper, but it will find no home. When doubt touches you, it will dissolve, for the seal vibrates at a frequency where darkness cannot survive. To receive it fully, Michael asks only silence for a heartbeat. Close your eyes. Feel the last trace of worry leaving your chest. Above your head, a column of pure blue fire spins slowly, descending until it rests at the center of your heart. It burns without heat, bright but calm, wrapping every memory, every scar, every dream in clarity. When the flame steadies, speak softly yet with command. I stand in the fire that cannot fade. I am sealed in unbreakable light. The words vibrate outward, crossing the invisible horizon. You may sense warmth on your face, a pulse in your palms where tears without sadness. That is the seal taking root. You are no longer seeking protection. You are protection, light walking in human form. Michael now charges you with a task. Go and live as proof that faith transforms everything it touches. When you speak, speak peace. When you act, act from courage. When you see another in despair, remind them that the angels still stand watch. The greatest testimony of this journey is not that you were saved, but that you can now save others. Before this message closes, affirm your completion. Type Amen 2549 to mark that the seal has taken hold, and blessing 1707 to extend its radiance to every soul still waiting for light. Each declaration becomes a spark joining the greater flame, a network of awakened hearts that Michael calls the Legion of the Shielded. The countdown is over, but the mission has just begun. Carry this fire into every day that follows. When fear rises, remember the phrase that bound you to eternity. By the light of Michael's flame, no shadow shall hold my name. Stand tall now, sealed and shining. Heaven has answered. The flame is yours forever.